Hey you guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And it has been a very long time since I have posted over on this channel. If you watch my vlog or some of my other channels, you'll have heard me say that it is my intention for 2024 to post over here on a regular basis. And I already have several videos that I want to post going into 2024. I have this video, which is an update about Peter's book club and a true crime book club and what is happening with those book clubs in 2024. I also have a video that I want to do talking about all of the books that I read while I was on vacation because I failed miserably at my Goodreads goal for 2023. I will talk about that in my video that I do tomorrow or on Wednesday or Thursday. And I'm going to try to film over here several times a week. That's my goal right now, to film 2 to 4 times a week over on this channel and get back over to talking about books again over here. But I failed miserably on my Goodreads goal for 2023. So we just set it right back for 2024, and I was in Mexico on vacation, and since the first, I have read 5 books so far. I can't believe it. I have read 5 books already, and no, they weren't like 2 and 3 hour books. One of them was a graphic novel, but the rest of them were very, very long. Most of them were from Reese's book club. I'm like falling down the rabbit hole of Reese's book club and all that kind of stuff. So somebody is coming down my street so loud. Oh my, it's a snow plow. We're supposed to get some snow, but I know we're supposed to get that much snow. But anyway, the other 4 were from Reese's book club. So they were actually very long books. And some of them were good and some of them were not so good. So I'm going to talk about that in my next video that I do, the 5 books that I read on vacation. And then I have an Audible haul that I want to do over here, and some goals that for some reading goals for 2024 and things like that. But I have gotten several DMs from people asking me, Peter, what is going on with the True Crime Book Club? Are you guys keeping it going? Are you closing it down? Like, what's going on with that? Peter, you haven't picked a book for Peter's book club for January. You haven't picked a book for True Crime Book Club. What's going on? What's going on with the book club? So I wanted to come over here and give you guys an update on what is going on with the book clubs. So let's talk about, is it coming back again? Is this another snowplow? There's 2 snowplows in my neighborhood. Then we must be getting some heavy, heavy snow. Anyway, so I wanted to come over here and give you guys an update on what's going on with the book clubs. So Mel and I had made a plan to take, the last book that we read was in October, and so we were going to take November and December off because we were both so busy. She was so busy with work, I was so busy with family stuff and other stuff going on, that we decided to take November and December off and not read any books for a True Crime Book Club. And then in December, we were going to do a final book club meeting of the year. And we were going to do, we were going to cover the last 2 books that we read for September and October. And then we're also going to do kind of a business meeting as far as going into 2024. What kind of books do people want to read? Do we want to have a theme to it? Do we want to make it all like, you know, serial killers? Do we want to make it all like one kind of theme? Do we want to just like pick like new books that came out? Like, what do we want to read in 2024 as far as a True Crime Book Club? Well, December came and went, and that meeting never happened. And part of the reason was that we were like aiming for this 1 week, and then what I didn't realize was my sobriety birthday fell on that, the 17th fell on a Sunday, which is my sobriety birthday. So it fell on a Sunday, so we didn't do it that week, and then the following week was the holidays, and so we just were really busy. And so then Mel and I talked, and honestly it was kind of like a funny conversation. We're like, we both just completely missed it. And then we went into January and we hadn't picked a book. And so I said, do you want to just, this is actually while I was in Mexico, I said, do you want to just skip January and then we can go into February with a fresh start and all that kind of stuff? And she said, yeah, I think that's a good idea. So in January, I will be announcing this in the next week or 2. We are good towards the end of the month. It'll probably be the last week of January. We are going to have a catch-up book club meeting where we sit down and talk about the books that we haven't covered yet, which will be the September and October book. Kitty Genovese and The Girl in the Leaves are the last 2 books that we have not talked about in book club, so we will be talking about those 2 books. And we will also be announcing in the next week or 2 the book for February. Now, Nikki, who is our friend but also part of the book club, had recommended that the Gypsy Rose Blanchard book is coming out that she apparently co-wrote with somebody. So if you guys haven't been following that story, I talked a little bit about it on my drama channel today. Before I start talking about it, I want to read fully what she has to say about it and that kind of stuff. So I have to be honest with you, I'm not super interested in that story, but I do want to kind of hear her point of view from it. And I think that that book is coming out. Several other people have messaged me and been like, this would be a good book for the True Crime Book Club as well. So I took it to Mel, and Mel's like, hey, I think that's a great book. So I think that that's probably going to be the book that we read for February for True Crime Book Club, will be the Gypsy Rose Blanchard book. I don't know when it comes out. It may be out already. If it's not coming out in January, we'll pick something else for February. So I think we're going to try to pick something newer. So if you have recommendations for books for True Crime Book Club, preferably newer books, put it in the comment section below, because one of the things that we're finding is that we're picking books and a lot of people have already read them. So if you pick something newer, we will review it and talk about it for a book for True Crime Book Club. So True Crime Book Club, going nowhere. It's still going to be around. We are starting it up fresh in February. We just needed a little bit of a break to kind of get centered and hit a reset button on that. And we're very, very excited about the True Crime Book Club, or a True Crime Book Club going into, and when we started it, we realized at first that we called it a True Crime Book Club. And I don't know why we did that instead of the True Crime Book Club. And so even on the phone, like, I'll correct myself. And it's so funny. So just whatever. The True Crime Book Club, a True Crime Book Club, the True Crime Book Club of the world, whatever you want to call it, our True Crime Book Club. So it will be starting again in February. Now, as far as Peter's Book Club, I wasn't really sure what book I wanted to read going into January. And it got late in December and I realized I hadn't picked a book. I didn't want to just pick some cozy mystery, and in all honesty, I haven't read the December book yet for a True Crime Book Club, or for Peter's Book Club, so I didn't want to get too behind. So I am going to read that. It's the Murder on the Christmas Express. I'm going to read some Christmas cozy mysteries because I bought a bunch of them and I haven't read them. I actually only read one Christmas cozy mystery during the holidays. I know, I failed miserably in December reading. So I'm going to pick something out for February. I don't know if it'll be a cozy mystery yet. I have really, really fallen down the rabbit hole of Reese's Book Club, so it may be a thriller. Whatever I pick will be something newer that has come out in the last 6 months, or it will be book one of a cozy mystery. I've actually got a couple cozy mystery series that I'm looking at for a possible, our series that I want to start. And that's kind of how I typically pick the book for Peter's Book Club, is it's like a series that I want to start. And so I'm like, oh, if this is a series I want to start, well, I might as well start it with everybody else, so I'll just pick that for Peter's Book Club. So if you guys have series that you're wanting to start as far as cozy mysteries, or if you have a book that you'd like to read that's just been out, recent, that you would recommend, please put it in the comment section below. But I will be announcing that book sometime in the middle of January, probably around the same time that we announce the book for a True Crime Book Club. So, a True Crime Book Club is not going anywhere. We are just hitting the reset button. We've got some new things planned for 2024 that we had wanted to do in 2023, as far as watching documentaries while we read the books and things like that. I think we're also going to talk about going back to every other month, because we were doing the live streams for the book club every other month, but I think we're going to go to every month, go back to that, because that seemed to do a little bit better, and we miss it. We miss doing every month, so we're going to go back to that probably. Mel and I still need to talk about that, but we also want to bring that up as a point of discussion in the book club meeting. And then I will also be announcing Peter's Book Club, and it's not going anywhere either. So I'm very, very excited about that. If you're looking for a book club, I would highly recommend Reese's Book Club. All of her books are centered around female main characters. On vacation, I read, I think, 4 from her book list, and some of them were newer, some of them were older. 3, was it 3 of them I read, or 4? 4, I think. One of them I did not like, the other 3 I did, and I'm going to be talking about that in my next book, or my next video. So, neither book club is going anywhere. I'm really excited about 2024 with the book clubs. I hope that you'll be joining along reading with me and with Mel and I for a True Crime Book Club. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.